It's a fact that public speaking is a crucial skill for startup founders to sell their ideas. And we have just the expert to help with this. Program Director at MediaCorp, Maggie Lim.
Now, ladies, I saw the pitch. How do you think you did?
I think I was really too nervous, so I lost the words and then I froze for a while.
I totally understand. It can get a bit overwhelming, right? Now, I also noticed something very interesting about the partnership. You were doing all of the talking, and you were doing all of the points. So when you do the second pitch, one person is doing the talking and the other person isn't doing the talking. Wouldn't it then be a question that they have in their minds, then what is the role of this other person? Okay? I have to say, the confidence is really there. I like the story that you told. This really is something that's very dear to your hearts because you want to help women all over. Vil, if you forget something, it's all right. Smile it off. Sorry, let me start again. They'll be forgiving and they'll smile at you. I have to say this, Andre, wow, I was ready to reach over and give you money just so you could start this.
Yeah.
You were literally bouncing off the wall. Salma, maybe because of the field of work that you're in, you need to be very calm. I can't expect you to be also excited when you're talking to your patients, right? But when you put the two of you together, there was a very unbalanced sort of like energy going on. What we're going to be covering today is something called effective presentation. We're going to cover, first of all, what we call the 4 Ps. First P is pace. Think of pace kind of like speed, right? So Salma, when you spoke, you were slow. If it's too slow, then there's a danger that they may nod off. Your pace, Andre, was a little bit faster. So the danger of having a pace that is too fast is that you may lose them. So for you, Salma, we need to bring your pace up a little bit more. And Andre, for you, we may need to temper it a little bit down so that you match. Because remember, the two of you are going in and you're doing the pitch together, okay? Pause is very powerful in delivering a message through. This is a wonderful solution to people who don't like to take medicines, who don't like to have injections. You notice how I put deliberate pause. We call that dramatic pause. It's almost as though they are thinking along with you. The pitch is how you deliver it to them. You want to have a pitch that is a little bit lower. You don't want to be overly excited because this is a pitch to get people to part with money for a cause that helps women. There needs to be that emphatic tone to it. You're trying to drive home that sense of urgency. A low, determined tone exudes or communicates that seriousness. Next is the power in your voice. You have a lovely voice, but it's very soft because you're very nervous. So ladies, I'd like you to stand up. We're gonna do a little bit of an exercise. So you know where your diaphragm is, right? Now, most of the time when we do our talking from our throat. And that's why we sound thin when we employ the diaphragm to talk. I can now still talk louder and louder and louder, but my voice has not cracked. I want you to do ho, ho, ho as you normally would. Let's start with you. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, breathe in and do ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Very good. Ha, ha, ha. The first ha came from here. Yeah. The next 2 ha's came from here, and you heard it was really loud.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay, you want the power to come from here.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, that's a nice belly ho, ho, ho. One more time.
Ho, ho, ho. It's fun, right?
Does it help?
Yeah, it's help because we can release the very big and precise energy to the investors.
We're definitely going to apply and do that in the next presentation because we're going to make the judges more in love with us.
I want to focus a little bit about the non-verbal, which I saw a lot of going on. Very nervous. Even right now, I can see that your hands you're sort of like clasping them for dear life. Relax. When you are doing a presentation, let your body stand nice and tall, your shoulders back, and you're asking for how much again? $500,000. You need to show them you're confident. Smile with your eyes. When you smile at them, they can't help but smile back.
I feel that we are really, really lucky to have this one-on-one session with Maggie because I really did quite badly for the pitch and I really needed it.
Gestures are also quite important. It was great, you were gesturing, but at some point it looked as though you were clapping. Now, when we use gestures and movements, it is to direct whoever you're speaking to either data that you want them to see, or maybe ask them, think about this. But be careful not to swing it all over the place, or they'll get dizzy.
Love Maggie. Maggie was fantastic because we really believe in the mission of what we're trying to do. But we know that how we're conveying that is absolutely not perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, I think we're going to take her advice going forward in our next pitch.